Hey, how we doing? Good afternoon. So, in the last video, we talked about mastering our passions and emotions, having self-control, having control over the emotions, so we can actually live life in a better way. And I talked a little bit about how I did that with anger and frustration for myself, and how you can do that as well. Understanding how to do that. In the first video, we talked about clarity and how to actually construct a plan and steps to be able to move forward. Now, today in this video, we're going to talk about awareness and how important that is. This is the fourth Stoic principle that we have. Or the third Stoic principle. 1, 2, 3. Or if you're like European, German, three is like this. So where are we? So you might be operating on autopilot, completely unaware of your thoughts and your actions, your surroundings, people, who you are. You might be completely unaware. And we're going to talk about some problems with that. The problem of not being mindful of any of those things is you really miss out on a lot of opportunities, and you end up making some really bad decisions, and you end up missing up on a lot of good things that you could have because you're not aware. And so the first step here is we got to realize that, like, animals don't think about who they are, about where they are, about what actions they did yesterday, about the mistake that they made earlier today, about what they're thinking. Animals, to our best knowledge, do not do that. Humans can do that. However, a lot of humans do not do that. They do not think about who they are, where they want to be, what they did, how they can improve, what they can do better, about their surroundings, about the actions that they did, about other people. They are just operating on autopilot, and they are not taking upon themselves the ability to fully utilize their human engineering to reflect and to be aware of who they are, where they want to go, and what they are doing so they can become better. So the misconception that we have here is that people think that you don't need to reflect. You do not need to self-reflect. That's completely wrong. If you do not self-reflect, you are just like an animal. And I don't think you want to be just like an animal. I think you want to be something more. I believe you want to be something more. And I want to be something more. And in the past, I wanted to be something more. And so I realized, okay, I need to move from a place of just doing things on autopilot, just doing them. I need to move from a place of that to a place of, okay, now I am actually thinking about what I'm doing, what I did, and what I want to do. So thinking about the past, the present, and the future. And thinking about all those things in conjunction together to create a better version of myself and to learn from what I have done to become something better. And if you want to become better, you have to self-reflect. You have to be able to look at what you did and say, okay, what did I do? How can I do that better right now? And then how can I do that better in the future? You have to be aware. And not just of yourself, of other people as well. When you are aware, when you gain an understanding and awareness of what other people think or how other people do things, it allows you to not walk through life in this way where things are happening to you, but things start to happen for you. And you can look and understand why people do things. And you can use that to the benefit of yourself and to their benefit as well. So now we're going to look at some steps to improve. So what we can do here is actually practicing that mindfulness. And this can be done in a lot of different ways. But it is a practice. It is like going to the gym and working out, doing the bench, squatting, deadlift, bicep curls, whatever it is that you're doing, running, whatever it is. You have to practice it. And we have this weird concept that things of the mind should just be like, boom, super easy. We feel like, oh, it should be easy just to like go and meditate for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is not that long of a time. However, it is difficult for most people. It's difficult for everyone when they start to just meditate straight away for 30 minutes and stay completely focused, because our mind starts to wander. And so what needs to happen is that each time, let's say you're meditating, each time your mind starts to wander, you recognize that, you become aware of it, and then you pull yourself back to focus. And it's okay if you again get out of focus, because then as long as you stay aware, you grab that and then bring it back to focus. And once you do that continually and you practice it and you stay consistent with it, then eventually you will get to the place where you can just sit there and meditate focused for a long period of time without your mind wandering away. And you can be completely focused and aware on one thing. Now, one of the important things is becoming aware of your thoughts. What are you thinking? That is an important part about meditation. One of the things that has helped me greatly is going on walks. When I go on walks, I like to think about what I'm thinking. What am I thinking? And then talk to myself, talk to God, whoever wants to listen, talking out loud. Because talking out loud is going to help me explore the thoughts and my feelings, how I feel about something. Let's say I feel something like I feel anxious about something. I might not understand why I feel anxious. If I talk about it, then I start to become more aware of why I am anxious. And that lessens the problem. And then also becoming aware of our environment. There is a beauty in opening your mind when you start to notice things like beautiful little flowers or little roly-poly potato bugs crawling on a sidewalk or little bugs flying through the sky or a weird little leaf with a weird design on it. When you become more aware of your environment, awareness allows you to see more beauty. And when you're able to see more beauty, life becomes a more wonderful thing to live. You appreciate life much more when you are aware of the beauty. Second thing is we have to regularly do that. Like we can't just do it once and then say, okay, boom, I'm done. I practice my mindfulness. I practice my awareness. It is a thing that must be consistently done day in and day out, week after week, month after month. It is a lifelong practice to reflect on your actions and your emotions and your environment. One of the key things here, though, is reflecting on your actions. And part of this is doing a journal. I know it's cliche to say, like, oh, just journal. It is actually vitally important to moving to the next step in life, is reflecting on, okay, what did and the things that I use to reflect that are very simple. And this is where I recommend to start. And I'll write them down here. The first thing is going to be, okay, what did I do? Did I do today that I liked? That's the first one. So say, okay, what did I do today that I liked, that I did well, that I enjoyed that I did? And that might be something like you went for a walk. It could be simple. And then the next question is, what did I do that I did not like? And let's say that was I watched 2 episodes of a TV show. Okay, because I feel like I wasted that time. And you might also want to put up here, like, it felt refreshing to breathe the fresh air and get some sun. So you can talk about what you did and then how you felt. And then so in this one, right, I watched 2 episodes of a TV show. I feel like I wasted that time. I didn't do this today. I'm just giving an example of things that I've written in the past. And then the third thing is, what do I want to improve on? So what do I want to improve for tomorrow? Okay. And this doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can be a positive thing as well. So, for example, that might be that, like, I want to, on my walk, maybe I didn't talk very much, didn't reflect. So I want to reflect while on my walk. Okay. And then say, like, why that would help you. This would help me reduce my anxiety, by understanding the problem isn't that big. Okay. And you don't have to do these 3. You could just do number 1 and 2. What did I do today that I liked? And what did I do today that I did not like? That's a great place to start. and this is so simple. That takes 1 minute to do. It takes 1 to 2 minutes, and if you do that, you start to look at what you're doing, and when you're gaining that awareness, it's going to allow you to move forward and become better. So the third thing is we need to develop the habit of observing our inner world without judgment. That's a big part, is being okay with what happened. So let's say you watch 2 episodes of a TV show and you feel like you wasted that time, right? It's important to understand that it's okay. You did it. It's in the past. Like, sitting on it and beating yourself up and be like, oh, I'm so horrible, I watched 2 TV episodes. Doing that is not going to change anything for you. It actually is going to make your life worse. So we need to have, and we'll talk about this later with unbiased thought, but we need to have an unbiased view of what we did and say, hey, I did that thing, but that was me, that version of me. This is now the version of me. This is a new version. This is a better version. And so it's okay that I did that. I just am not going to do that again. And looking at that. And if it does happen again, let's say, not beating yourself up again, being like, oh, I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. That was that version of you that did that in the past. The past. The past we cannot access. We cannot live it again. We can only live right now and then wait for the future to become now. And so we need to live right now. And we need to live the best life we can now and not be upset that we did something in the past. Because being upset about it is not going to help us at all right now. So then we're going to look at the Bible verse. The Bible verse is Ephesians 5 and 15 through 16. It says, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Now, this is actually really, really important. It's telling us, hey, be careful, right? Take care how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity. And that is a thing that we need to become aware of, is that there are opportunities, there are things that we can use every moment. Like, I could be sitting here and I could take this moment to reflect about what I did this morning or what I'm going to do in tonight. And that is useful. It is useful to take every opportunity. And part of that is if we take the opportunity and let's say we just watch 5 Netflix episodes, that is not making the most of the opportunity. Sure, maybe you want to relax a little bit and chill out. Okay, watching Netflix episodes is probably not going to actually give you relaxation because there's some things that you should probably do. And if you put it off by doing the Netflix thing, you might feel slightly relaxed, but it's just going to increase your anxiety because you didn't do this thing that you need to get done. And so, but most definitely watching 5 Netflix episodes is not making the most of the opportunity. So make the most of the opportunities that you have. If you have free time, use it wisely. If you're at work, use it wisely. If you're in the car, use it wisely. When we drive to work, if you just sit there and do nothing with it, that is an opportunity that you could have used to listen to a podcast or a YouTube episode or talk to yourself to reflect or talk to a loved one. It is an opportunity to be used to do something. So let's use it well. And so today, that's what we talked about, just awareness. The next time we are going to talk about the fourth this time, Stoic principle, which is unbiased thought, which I alluded to at the end here. Now, before you go, just write down in the comment section the number one thing you want to achieve but have not yet accomplished in the 5 areas of life, which are spiritual, mental, physical, relational, and financial. Write down the top one thing that you want to improve on but have not yet achieved in those areas, and we will help you become successful in them because it is time to live life to the full. Peace be with you.